Imagine this, a calculated strategy unfolding right under the noses of the British public. Let's talk about places that cost the British taxpayer £8 million a day at their peak in 2023. The public predictably erupts in frustration, complaints about disrupted communities, strained resources. The optics of migrants in luxury accommodations flood the airwaves. Protests ensue, and suddenly the narrative shifts. We can't keep doing this, and let's move them to disused military bases instead. Are repurposed to house up to 900 men, with the first arrivals expected by early 2020. Just like that, in late 2025, sites like Cameron Barracks in Inverness and Crowborough, training camps are repurposed to house up to 900 men, with the first arrivals expected by early 2020. The public sighs in relief, thinking it's a cost-saving measure to end the hotel debacle. But what if that's exactly what they wanted us to think? Now, layer in what I call the Northern Ireland effect, a deliberate playbook for breeding radicals and fundamentalists. It works like this: divide a region along stark religious lines, pitting differing doctrines against each other, and watch as extremism festers on the borders and in the surrounding chaos. We've seen it play out historically in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, where Protestant loyalists clashed with Catholic Republicans. A bloody sectarian divide that radicalized generations, turning communities into hotbeds of violence and ideology. The same pattern emerges in Kashmir, where Hindu-Muslim tensions, fueled by the India-Pakistan partition, they create a breeding ground for militants and jihadi groups over disputed borders. And this is what we're seeing now on the streets of Britain: sectarianism and sectarian communities forming. Afghanistan echoes this too, with decades of conflict under Taliban rule enforcing radical Islamic interpretations, splintering society along sectarian lines and exporting and importing fighters hardened by civil war. Exactly what's going on politically and on the streets of Britain. This isn't organic, it's engineered division, often with colonial roots, like Britain's hand in petitioning India or intervening in Afghanistan. They sow the seeds of jihad, radicalism that blooms into fundamentalism. And here's the twist: these radicals aren't left to simmer abroad. They're imported straight into the UK through the asylum. And it's deliberate. Look at the data in the year ending September 2025. Top asylum nationalities include Pakistan 11% and Iran 7%. All hotspots for religious extremism. And this doesn't just relate to terrorism. This is why you're seeing so many sexual crimes coming from certain groups. Radicalism. The British government understand all they need to do is import these people and sit back and wait for the effect. Pakistan's ties to Kashmir insurgency mean many fleeing are from areas rife with militant groups. Often include those escaping Taliban radicalism or carrying the scars or ideologies of proxy wars. Reports even highlight concerns over radical Muslims entering via the asylum system, with the UK welcoming elements that echo the very divisions seen in Belfast. Parallels in modern Northern Ireland are stark. Anti-migrant riots in 2024 united former sectarian foes. Dig deeper and the pieces align sinisterly. This is no coincidence. Many migrants hail from war-torn regions where civil wars and insurgencies have forced people into combat, willingly or not. Afghan refugees, for instance, include former soldiers from the National Army. If these individuals were once paid or coerced to fight their own people, mercenaries in proxy wars, do you really believe they're going to give a toss about pointing a weapon at you or your children? They can't go back to their country because they picked up weapons against their own citizens. They were traitors for money, and they'll do anything for citizenship in this country. But they won't hesitate to don a UN uniform here, especially if it means citizenship or stability. This theory posits this as the long game. Acclimate them on bases, integrate them subtly, then draft them into service not to defend borders, but to enforce control domestically, leveraging imported radicalism to mirror the divisions that worked so well in Belfast, Kashmir, and Afghanistan. Migrants as a ready-made force, loyal to the state that sheltered them. Shift from hotels to barracks feels too convenient, especially amid rising tensions and riots targeting asylum. In conclusion, the British people would have worked it out very quickly if we drafted these people straight into military bases. The hotel phase was the smokescreen, softening the ground for acceptance, but eyes are opening. Question everything.